What's up? This is going to be a hip mobility class. This is going to be great for someone who's just starting out or someone who has done it for a while now and is looking to progress. I'm going to show regressions and progressions so we can all enjoy this mobility class together. This is going to help not just improve the range of your hips, but it's also going to strengthen them. So if you find that maybe when you're doing a back squat, your lower back is taking more of the front, then you need stronger hips. Or if you feel like your knees are getting a bit dodgy, usually your knees are the culprit of your two joints, your ankles and your hips. So hips, strong hips is something that we really need to work on, especially when we get older. So this is going to be for you guys. We're going to start on our bottoms. The wider you go with your feet, the harder this move's going to be. So we're going to start with our feet just wider than shoulder width apart. You're going to bring your hands behind your back. We're just going to come into some 90-90s. So bringing our knees to the left, gaze over that back leg. So think about pushing your knees into the floor and squeezing that back glute. We're going to swivel our knees to the other side. Same thing, gaze over that back leg, squeezing that back glute, pushing that knee into the floor. We're just going to do a couple each side just to kind of wake our hips up a little bit, ready for the class. And then one more the other side. So you can carry on doing that, or the regression to this one would be to take your hands away and then go side to side again. So squeezing that back glute, gaze over that back leg. Can you do it without any hands? Just do a couple each side. Nice, slow and controlled. Try not to rush it. We want to own each range here. Now, if you can do that, fab. Now we're going to turn it up a notch. This time we're going to come onto our knees. We're going to bring our hips all the way through. Again, squeeze our bum and then sit back down, back to that wide leg position, and then come into the other side. Hips come through. Good. If you can't do 2 or 3, just keep doing number 1. So we're just going to do 2 each side. Swivel our knees to the other side. Hips come through. Place your hips down, keeping that wide leg. Well done. So now we're just going to bring our knees to the left, coming into that 90-90 position. We're going to take a deep breath here, and then we're going to bring our gaze forward, chest over that front leg, and then come up. I want you to think about pushing that left knee into the floor, gaze forward, and driving your hips back. We're just going to do 3 here, and then hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. You can have no hands or hands behind your back. And we're going to swivel our knees now to the right hand side. And we're going to do the same. So hands on the floor. We're just going to bring that gaze forward, pushing that right knee into the floor. And then push up. Good. And again, gaze forward. And push up. And then the last one, we're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1. Push back up. Okay, swivel our knees back to the left. So this time we're going to just make it a little bit harder. So we can come into a pigeon, or you can just stay, it's called a deer, where you slightly bend your legs. You're not fully in that pigeon pose. So just a slight bend. So choose what variation, or you can stay in that 90-90. And then you're going to come up onto the balls of your right foot. We're going to do exactly the same thing. So make it harder. You can do no hands. Or if you want to come into that pigeon, but place your hands on the floor, then do so. And we're just going to lean over that front leg again. Gaze forward. Drive that left knee into the floor. Can you do no hands? And then break up. And again, lean over that left leg. Hold it. And then come back up. Try no hands if you want, or no hands for the whole thing. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Good. Now place your hands behind your back. Swivel your legs again to the right. Again, you can stay in that 90-90. You can come into a deer where you're slightly bent. And then, or you can come into a full pigeon. You're going to tuck your back toes. Bring your knee off the floor. Easier, your hands are going to be on the floor. Harder, hands away. Okay, so we're leaning over that front leg and then drive it up. And again, leaning over that front leg, drive that right knee into the floor and come back up. Okay, this time we're going to hold it. Ready? Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Good. Bring that knee back in. Swivel your hips side to side just to loosen it off. Good. Now we're doing a lot in this nighty-night position today. So we're going to come back into that nighty-night position, keeping your knees at a nighty-nighty. You're facing forward. Now we're just going to work on our internal and external rotation of our hip, which is really important when we do moves in the gym, just life, squatting. This is really important. Okay, so we're going to push our knee into the floor and lift our back foot off the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now you're going to lift your knee off the floor, foot comes on the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now you can carry on doing that, or we can make it a little bit harder this time. So you're going to lift your foot off the floor and you're going to lift your knee off the floor and maybe try and straighten it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your leg, place it back down. Good. And the same, you can either just carry on lifting your knee, or we're going to do that one more time. So we're going to lift the whole leg up. So knee comes off the floor first, then your foot comes off. Can you straighten it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it back down. Okay, so this time we're going to lift the whole leg off the floor again. If you lean forward, it's going to make it easier. If you're more upright, it's going to make it harder. So choose where you want. You can always put your hands on the floor to make it easier as well. And we're just going to lift that leg off the floor and we're going to bring it out in front. We're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to bring it all the way back and then place it down. And again, so lift your foot off the floor, lift your knee off the floor. We're going to come forwards. We're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1, bring it back and then place it down. One more time. Lift your foot, lift your knee, bring it out in front, hold it for 3, 2, 1, bring it all the way back and relax. Bring your hands behind your back, swivel your knees again. And we're going to do exactly the same thing. So you're going to lift your foot off for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, place it down. Now you're going to lift your knee off for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, place it down. So you can keep doing that. Or this time we're going to lift our foot off and we're going to lift our knee up and we're going to straighten it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bend, bring it back in. Take a deep breath. Again, if you lean forward, it's easier. The more upright, the harder. Always have your hands on the floor if you want more assistance. We're going to lift that knee off the floor. We're going to lift that foot off the floor. And we're going to straighten for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend, place down. Whew, good. So this time we're going to bring it out in front. So you're going to lift your foot. You're going to lift your knee. You're going to bring it out in front for 3, 2, 1, and then bend, bring it all the way back, keep it off the floor, place it down, relax. And again, foot, knee, come out in front for 3, 2, 1, bend it, come all the way back, place it down. We're going to do one more, foot, knee, out in front, and then come all the way back and place it down. Good. Now just swivel your knees side to side again, coming back into that 90 position. Swivelly, swivelly. Good. Okay, now we're going to come into a lunge position. So we're going to do our left foot forwards. So we're going to start with our stance quite short. So the shorter, the easier. So think about knee over that toe slightly. So nice short stance. In this position, I want you to think about swooping that right glute forwards, keep that core tight. And we're just going to tuck our toes into the floor. So this is a really good one for our hip flexors and to work on the strength and also that flexibility there. So are you ready? So what we're going to do, we're going to lift our knee off the floor and we're going to hold for 10 seconds. I'm going to do it 3 times. This one can get quite spicy. And each set, we're going to try and make that lunge a little bit longer. So we're going to start easy. So tuck your right toes, come up the floor, drive your heels to the back of the room for 10, 9, 8, 7. You can always put your hands on the floor if it gets too much. as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down. Relax. Maybe just floss it back and forwards. Good. So you can either just stay in that stance or we can make it longer. The longer, the harder, like I just said. So ready? Tuck your right toes, hands on your hips, hands on the floor to make it easier. Ready? Drive it up. Drive that heel to the back of the room for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, you can come into that flossing action, which is nice to do once after you've done that. So back and forth. Whew. Okay, are you gonna go longer? I'm gonna go longer, let's do it. Let's go crazy, okay? And the longer you go, the more you feel it in your hamstring as well. So have a go, ready? So lift it off for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, zabun. It's real. Fab. So just back and forth, floss it out. Awesome effort. So staying on the same side, we're going to do the left leg. So we're going to come into a tabletop position. We're just going to come into some cars just to break it up a little bit. So left leg comes up. So I want you to imagine there's a ball in that crease joint of your knee. So you're keeping that ball in there. So you're keeping your leg bent. And we're going to make a nice big circle with that left knee. So come out to the side and you're going to come all the way in. So I want you to imagine you're keeping your hips facing down. So we're not opening up our hips like this. We're just moving that hip joint. So you're going to do 3 big circles. But I want you to imagine doing it nice and slowly and getting as much range in that joint as possible. So making the biggest circle you could possibly do with that hip joint. And I want you to bring it all the way in. Maybe try and touch your nose if you can. And on the 3rd rep, once you've done your 3, we're going to bring our knee out to the side. And you're going to hold it here for 5 seconds. Make it harder. You can bring it out straight. Ready? So hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend. Bring it into your nose. And then place it back down. Good. Just give yourself a little wiggle. Good, nice. Just come into some cat and cow. So gaze forward, drop your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then just tuck your tailbone in. Just do 3 of these in between before we move on to that low lunge again. Good. Okay, so right foot comes forward this time. So again, start easy. So knee comes over your toe. Shorter lunge, easier. You're going to tuck your left leg. You're going to drive your knee off the floor. Think about driving that heel to the back of the room. Hands on the floor to make it easier. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down. Okay, make it a bit longer this time. Okay, floss it back and forth. Back and forth. Okay, ready? So longer stance. Tuck those toes, ready? Drive that knee off the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down, floss it back and forth. Okay, and then last one now. So make it as long as you can. Make it as hard as you can for the last one. Ready? So nice long stance, tuck your toes, coming into that lunge for 10, 9, extend that heel back, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, floss back and forth, loosen it off. Good job. So we're going to go back into those hip cars now. So bring that right knee to meet your left knee, back into that tabletop position. Again, we're going to use our right foot, and imagine you've got that tennis ball in the crease of your knee joint. So you're going to lift your knee up, you're going to bring it out to the side, making a nice big circle all the way into your nose, and then bring it back up again. Keeping your leg bent, just moving that hip joint, keep your hips down, bring it out to the side, bring it to your nose, bring it back up again. This movement should be slow and controlled, and you have full control in each range. Bring it into your nose. Okay, on the third rep, once you've done 3, you're going to bring your knee up, you're going to bring it out to the side, you're going to try and straighten it or keep it bent, and we're going to hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bend it in, bring it back behind, and then place your right foot on the top of your mat, coming back into that floss in action. Good. Whew. Right, we're going to come onto our bottoms. Okay, nice wide stance with our legs. So coming into a straddle. Now this is going to be quite spicy. So I will show obviously regressions, progressions to make it easier, harder. But we're going to start on the right leg. So you're going to have your hand either side of that right leg. And this is an amazing hip flexor exercise to work that end range strength and control. Okay, which is something that we don't tend to train in our traditional gym kind of setup. So either side of your leg, the harder, the more forwards you come. The easier, the more backwards you come away from your foot. Okay, so if you want to make it easier, you lean back. Make it harder, you lean forwards. So you choose your intensity. So we're going to start. I've got some mess. So we're going to take a deep breath. On the exhale, we're going to push our hands in the floor. We're going to lift our leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down. Take another inhale. Exhale, push your hands to the floor. We're going to do 5 pulses this time. Ready? So little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then straight into it, we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, hard, yeah? Now we're going on to the left leg. Hand either side of your left leg. Take a deep breath. Exhale, push your hands on the floor. We're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale, push your hands down. Ready? Pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then straight into that hold for 5, 4, I'm shaking, 3, 2, 1. I'm definitely weak in my left side, and that's normal to have kind of one side stronger, one side weaker. Okay, now this is where the spicy part comes in. We're going to do both legs at the same time. So we're going to take a deep inhale. We're going to exhale. We're going to push our hands to the floor. We're going to lift them both up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, push your hands to the floor. We're going to do 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Whew. Okay, we're going to finish off now. So just bring your feet together. Take hold of your ankles. Push your knees down. We're just going to hold this. Working the adductors inside of our leg. Just holding it, and then we're just going to do some PNF stretching. So the first part, we're just holding it for 30 seconds. Then you're going to push your knees into your elbows into your knees for 20 seconds. And then for the 15 seconds, we're just going to bring our hands away and just push our knees down for 15 seconds. Okay? So keep it in that passive stretch. Keep pushing down your knees. And on my count, we'll go, okay? So get ready. So you're going to push your knees into your elbows, elbows into your knees for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's working the PALS contraction. Now we're going to come to the rails. So you're going to push your knees down without your hands for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then just taking hold of your ankles again, just coming up and down, making little pulses. Up and down, just about 20 times. And there we go, hip mobility done. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this hip mobility. Please comment below if you want to see more videos like this, or if you want to see something more specific, please comment. I also have a weak spot scanner, which you should try now. It's a quiz, and it basically goes through all your movements and gives you an idea of what you need to work on, so you don't have to do all these random stretches all the time. You know exactly what your weak spots are, and you can just focus on that. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah!